You can come with us, sir. You can come.
All right, Shalom. First off, I want to start off by saying all praises, honor, and glory is due to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Shimmer Karkadash. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Call Horal Yahweh by Shimmer Shai. That's all praises to the world cause God. His true name in the Hebrew is Yahweh. By Hashem means in the name, Yahweh Shai being the name of the only begotten Son. A double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and mercy to the hopeful like preaching his word. And truth and sincerity on the brother Tazabah, the Great Millstone, Arizona camp.
By the warrant.
And I think I'm going to label this one, the covenant shall be disannulled. And I'm going to play this. We're going to get it all. You can see the title on the screen. It says, Trump just canceled protections for Afghan interpreters who fought alongside our troops and were promised safety in America. He's sending them back to the Taliban for an immediate deletion sentence. This is unimaginably evil. All right, so if this is happening with them, what do you think is going to be the result for you, Jake, that sold out, got the bag from Esau when this stuff started rolling? Right? That's what you got to worry about. You know, your Captain Tazariaks, your Alazars, your Genesis, right? The Genesis group with Deacon Akah. Who else? General Yohana. Who else? IOGJC, IGJ, whatever it is, man, the acronym for them. ISUPK and as a whole, all you groups out there that sold out, switched up the doctrine and make it more palatable. What do you think is going to be the end for you? If this is what's happening to people that were sitting there fighting long side by side with these devils, willing to kill people in their own country, what do you think is going to be the result for you?
What's your name? What's your name?
You don't have his name. You're not entitled to his name.
Go. We'll go. We'll ID him.
I worked with the U.S. military back in my home country. Okay. I have all the documents. I didn't have a credible fear interview. I worked with the U.S. military. I was interpreter. I worked with the U.S. military.
Do you have a warrant for his arrest?
Yes, you do.
Provide the warrant. Provide the warrant.
I work with the U.S. military. Just tell to the...
You can come with us, sir.
Provide the warrant.
You can come with us.
You don't have a warrant.
I work with the U.S. military back in my home country, Afghanistan. See, this is my situation.
Can I see his warrant?
Yes, I'll show it to you in the elevator.
Or you can show it now and make sure it's the
No,
right
no.
person. Because I've seen you cuff the wrong people several
Did you back
times
up,
now.
please?
Pretty embarrassing.
But I say like more than 3 years I worked with the U.S. military back in my home country. But I came here
Back up.
Thank you for your service.
to make a bit of life. I didn't know that it's going to happen like
See?
like this for...
He said he did it to have a better life in America. He didn't know it was going to happen like this. This is going to be the same thing that you sell that ass niggas out there is going to be thinking in your mind. Right? Same thing. What does it say? Let me get this. This is where's the scripture at, man? So Isaiah 28 and you know what? It's right here. It says Isaiah 28 and 16. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh power, behold, I will lay in Zion for a foundation, a stone, a tried stone, a precious cornerstone, a sure foundation. He that believeth shall not make haste. And that cornerstone, that precious cornerstone, that tried stone is talking about Yahweh Shai. Judgment also will I lay to the line, and righteousness to the plummet. In the hell shall sweep away the refuge of lies. What is that hell? Representing, when all the judgment starts going out. Right? And the water shall overflow the hiding places, meaning what? Everything's going to get revealed. And your covenant with death shall be disannulled. And that's what's going to happen to you camps out there that sold out. We in a time where all that selling out, we're going to see how much it did for you. How much it did for you. You had an opportunity to do what the Lord said. The Lord didn't command us to be these Israelite celebrities. Right? On the contrary, we were supposed to take the low. Right? He must be exalted. I must come down, like John the Baptist said. Roughly paraphrasing. He must increase and I must decrease. We're the ones that have to decrease until the Lord came. But a lot of Jake got impatient and they wanted to be that guy on this side. They got tired of going through the straight gate. Tired of suffering poverty. You don't think we tired of suffering poverty? But what? We know that what the Lord commanded is more important than our own personal desires. And that what the Lord gives us is sufficient. Judgment also will I lay to the line, and righteousness to the plummet. In hell shall sweep away the refuge of lies, and the water shall overflow the hiding places. And your covenant with death. And who is death? This is Habakkuk 2 and 5. It says, yeah, also because he transgressed by wine, and Esau is the one that's transgression by wine, and that wine is the philosophy, right? By his way that he tells the world to drink of what he says, to do what he says. He transgresses by all of it, right? Mo agendas, the way they do human trials for all these medicines, the witchcraft they put into the medicines, how they do business throughout the world, right? Fractional reserve banking throughout the world. That's all witchcraft. He makes everybody transgress by his philosophy. He is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell and is as death. And that's who death is. The so-called white man, he is the incarnation of death. He might be living, right? But what he produces is nothing but death. There's no life that comes out of these Edomites, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. And this is what he's done. So when we go back to Isaiah 28 and 18, and your covenant with death, your covenant with Esau, with sleazy E, shall be disannulled, and your agreement with hell shall not stand. And the overflowing scourge, when the overflowing scourge shall pass through, ye shall be trodden down by it. You see, when that overflowing scourge, the scriptures talk about a flood. Let's get that. This is 2 Samuel 22 and 5. It says, when the waves of death compassed me, the floods of ungodly men made me afraid. So that overflowing scourge that's going to pass through is when these devils come down having great wrath, like it says in Isaiah, what is that, 19, not 19 and 10, is it? Let's get it. It's Daniel's, I think it is. Isaiah 59 and 19, it says, so shall they fear the name of Yahweh from the west, in his glory from the rising of the sun, when the enemy shall come in like a flood. That's that overflowing scourge. The spirit of Yahweh shall lift up a standard against him. Right? And it says in Revelation, Revelation 12 and 12, it says, therefore rejoice ye heavens, ye that dwell in them. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath. And the word devil simply means deceiver. It's not no man with a pitchfork. There's many people that are deceivers. And Esau is the chief of the deceivers, because what does the scripture say? It says it was given to him to take peace to the earth and deceive. Right? That was part of his blessing, that he was going to have this rulership at the last days and deceive the world. So the devil shall come down having great wrath, because he know that he had but a short time. So that overflowing scourge that's going to pass through is when these devils come down. And you see this, it's just a show. This is just a glimpse of what he's doing to everybody else. Imagine this dude is just, how do they say it? Not an innocent bystander, but this dude is, just a means to an end, to get something further going. But right now he's coming down on the heathen in this way. What do you think is going to be the end for you, Jake, that sold the hell out, that think you good? Bishop Nathaniel, you got all this money to jet set. You're sitting here worth a couple million. What do you think? What do you think is gonna be the result when these devils come and collect your card for what you thought you were safe in? Then shall you be trodden down by it, for from the time that goeth forth it shall take you. For morning by morning it shall pass over, by day and by night, and it shall be a vexation only to understand the report. Because in your mind, you're going to be, in their mind, they think, oh man, you know what? I'm good. I made a deal with these devils. I shouldn't have any type of trouble. Right? They told me not to preach about the MOTB. They told you to switch up the doctrine. Jake sat there and stopped teaching the name. Then in Jake's mind, they think they did enough. So they're going to be covered. This is what they think. Only to understand the report, for the bed is shorter than a man can stretch himself on it, and the covering narrower than he can wrap himself in it. You see? What he thought, this dude sold out his own people. Sold out his own people to the Edomites. Then he came to America thinking he was going to live good. How many of those people were innocent that he sold out? Hey, we don't know, but the judgment's coming home. We all understand that, because now he's going back to his country. And like they said, them Taliban, they don't get a hold of that nigga. The bed is too narrow for one to wrap him. It says, and the covering narrower than he can wrap himself in it. Meaning there's no comfort in this place. Right? That covenant with death is being disannulled. That agreement that they made with hell. Jake really thought it was sweet. Isaiah 31, it says, 31:1, it says, woe unto them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots, because there are many. And this is what Jake did, man. They got envious of the devil. They wanted his piece of his pie rather than waiting on the Lord's. It's the same as them niggas when we were coming out of Egypt that saw the Babylonian-ish garment and hid it in their tent with the gold. You were already going to take down all the heathen. Why did you have to sit here and go out of your way to try to get extra? Jake don't want to just get what the Lord want him to get on his time. You were already going to get everything, and Jake sold out. It says, and trust in chariots because there are many, and horsemen because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek Yahweh. And in these times, that's what's going to be shown. You didn't seek the Lord. Now they coming down and killing all those contracts. What does the scripture say? Never trust thy enemy. Doesn't it say that? This is Ecclesiastes 12:10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, and it's a sure thing that iron's gonna rust. It don't matter how well you keep it up, at some point, some little bit of moisture will sit on that iron, and it's going to end up corroding. For like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. It's a sure thing. So Jake, that you sold out to this devil and thought it was good, says verse 11, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed of him, beware of him. Yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass clean. See, you're supposed to go into these scriptures and understand who you're dealing with. But Jake wanted the riches of this world, and it choked out the word. But now we're coming to the time where these devils are coming down, and that covenant with hell, that agreement that you made with death, that all is being brought into question and judgment. It's going to be very interesting to see the reports of this Israelite leader getting snatched up, and Great Millstone is straight. We're not getting brought up on them charges because we didn't make that covenant with these devils. The scriptures tell you make no covenant with the heathen. And all these groups that sell out and switch up the doctrine, what is the main thing that they have in common? The law, the law, the law. But then you're not keeping the law because you made a covenant with these devils. It's going to be very interesting times, man. Very much interesting. I wasn't going to go too deep into this one. You know, brothers put some precepts and comments on the comments section. Some precepts on the comment section. Don't just throw up random ass comments, man. This is about edification. You know? But, hey, the scriptures tell you the Lord was going to get the ones that were settled. This is Zephaniah 1 and 12. It says, and it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candlesticks and punish the men that are settled on their leads. And the ones that are settled on the leads, Deacon Akal, I go home and I go and I got something crazy in the garage. How do you think you got it? Robbing your own people, making them pay for Hebrew names, and making deals with this devil, man. And it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candlesticks and punish the men that are settled on their lees, that say in their heart, Yahweh will not do good, neither will he do evil. And that's why they made them deals. They lost the faith that the Lord was going to come and wreck ship. But we are not of those that draw back. The true believers are not of those that draw back. Right? It says, therefore their goods shall become a booty, and their houses a desolation. They shall also build houses, but not inhabit them. They shall plant vineyards, but not drink the wine thereof. You see, the great day of Yahweh is near, and hates it greatly. Even the voice of the day of Yahweh, the mighty man shall cry there bitterly. This is what's on the horizon, man. So all you Jake that sold out, what you gonna do in this time? You got to deal with this. Lord willing, this is edifying. I'm going to say, call Lord Yah. Bashim Yah Shai. Bashim Yah Shalom.